Nathan, many congratulations, safely through to the last eight. That must be a great feeling.
Yeah, amazing. Obviously the first time in a long time that I've been in this situation. It didn't pan out how I thought it would be. I thought it'd be a very tough game, if I'm deadly honest, but I just think Ricardo struggled with the pressure with the crowd. That's experience, in my opinion. I'm one of them people that says we all play big stage games and it doesn't matter the environment, but I think when you play in a hostile environment like that, I played Michael van Geuren in Rotterdam, Gezi in Cardiff. I'm used to that. If it was the way around, he is not. But listen, a win's a win, a 4-0 win, and a better performance as well.
And you've only dropped one set in reaching the last eight, but you feel there's still a lot more to come from you?
Yeah, and apparently I'm playing absolutely rubbish and I'm finished, according to social. But listen, it's all you can do is beat what's in front of you. I said to Kirsty this morning that I'm expecting him to play really well today, and that'll bring my game on. Didn't pan out that way. I think when I went 2 sets up, I kind of knew I won because of the way he was playing, and I think you've seen the difference in my play. I've relaxed, so it was a lot more controlled, and I played very well in them last 2 sets. So, now listen, I'm very happy. I'm in the quarterfinals. What's not to be happy about? You know, I've got a very indifferent New Year's Eve compared to what I'm normally used to. I don't have a party at my house. Not happening tomorrow. Sorry. So, I'll be on the practice board with Dolby and get ready for New Year's Day.
And just a word on that crowd. How much were you able to feed off the energy there?
That's probably the loudest and the best crowd I've ever played darts in, and then including the match play Premier League venues. That was unbelievable, and I think everyone knows that I love England football. So when they start singing the England football tunes, I get butterflies, I get the buzz, I get the Tigger hop, and yeah, it was amazing. And you know, I don't like the booing. You know, I did try to shut them, quiet them down, but 3,500 people, it's hard to do. But listen, I enjoyed every single moment of that game. It's the first game I played and I've enjoyed in a long time, and hopefully my next game's the same.
And you said coming into the tournament your target was to make the quarterfinals. Now you've achieved that. Can you play with more freedom going forward?
I think so, yeah. I think for me, like, no one expected me to get to the quarters, if I'm deadly honest with you. My form wasn't great all year, but I think you look at the 3 players that are in the quarterfinals, me, Geuren, Price and Peter Wright. Our form this year hasn't been great, but this is the biggest stage of all, and I think that shows you the level of players that we perform. And whether it's 110 average or 90 average, doesn't matter, you win, and that's all that matters. And yeah, over the moon to make the quarterfinals, and like I say, whoever I play next, they're probably going to be favourites, but you know me, that spurs me on. I love being an underdog. Thank you.
Nathan, congratulations on the result. You touched on something there, that it has been the year of the underdogs coming in to this year, but you've just alluded to it there. Do you need a different mindset to win here? Is this completely different to anything else?
Yeah, darts is in an odd place. I think, you know, you got your 2 Lukes, and then I think you got the 2 Lukes and you got everyone else. In my opinion, you know, and obviously Luke got beat last night off Peter. Fantastic performance from Peter. Luke again was fantastic in defeat, but yeah, I just think we play each other that many times, whether it's a Pro Tour, whether it's a Euro Tour, we can all beat each other. And you know, long gone are the times 10, 12 years ago where, you know, arguably that the top 4 seeds are going to make the semi-finals. This isn't the case anymore, and I'm now got that status as an underdog, which is nice. I love that. You know, for the last probably 4 or 5 years of my career, I've been up there with one of the favourites to win stuff. You know, I think coming into the last 32, I was 25th favourite. Not that I look at things, but I was 25th favourite. I'm like, what? But I use that as motivation, and yeah, listen, you know, enough of that rubbish. I'm in the quarterfinals. I'm very happy, and let's go.
Well, I remember speaking to you in the build-up to this. You were saying that you needed a good run here to be in Premier League contention. Do you think a quarter-final for you is enough to be in the Premier League next year?
Probably if Gezi and Peter got beat, but but they both won. Now, I always talk about the Premier League because that's where I think I belong. That's where I love it. I get the buzz I get, but I'm in the quarterfinals now. Different mindset. If I win the tournament, I'm in the Premier League. Simple as that. My focus is winning the World Championships now. It was getting the quarters. It's now switched. I want to win this title. Got an opportunity here that another 88 players would love to be in. I'm in the quarterfinals. If I win the World Championship, I'm in the Premier League. So I'll do my job, and hopefully everything takes care of itself.
Just touching on what you said there, was the quarterfinals, was that the minimum expectations you set yourself pre-tournament then?
Yeah. Dead honest, I thought I was going to play Cammy first game, and I said once Cameron got beat off Leonard Gates, and then obviously Rob Bolt got beat and Van Veen got beat. It had a 2020 vibe that I had a really tough draw on paper, and then all the seeds got beat, and that's kind of how I felt. Obviously Gilding's a seed, who's a fantastic dart player, not been in that situation. Ricardo, not a seed, never been in that situation. I've been there, done it, and it does count for something. But yeah, I wanted to make the quarterfinals. I don't care about anything else for my own, to prove that I know I'm still a decent dart player. But I'm now in the quarterfinals. I believe shackles are off. In my own head, it might not go to plan on whenever it is I'm playing, but I feel now that the pressure's off me, and I can do what I did in them last 2 sets. Because them last 2 sets were probably the most free darts I've thrown in the last 2 years. No pressure, and I think you've seen on the averages and the scoring, that was the Nathan of old, and hopefully I can continue that onto New Year's Day. Yeah, mate.
Nathan, well done on the win. Do we underestimate how much of a difference a good crowd and a loud crowd can make out there?
No, you underestimate me. All of you. If I'll be honest with you, I never get any respect. I'm not going to go all Joe Cullen here, but I mean, I always get writ off. Always. No one ever talks about me, and I'm a 2-time major champion. I'm a fantastic dart player. I've been through so much, and I come back fighting, and I keep proving people wrong time and time again. But yeah, it's up to me to go on that stage and prove you a lot wrong, you write me off. But yeah, I'm not. The crowd help, obviously. There's no disputing that the crowd help. But then also flip it. I'm playing for 3,500 people out there. So when I've got a double and they're all willing me to hit that double, it is hard. Gezi says it all the time. When he plays in Cardiff, he hates it. It's the only time people cheer for him, and he hates it. It's a different type of pressure. It's hard. But no, listen, I'll do my thing. I'm past it now. It's been years and years and years of worrying what other people think about me. I don't care anymore. I'm going to go up there and I'm just going to play my darts, win, lose, whatever. I'm just going to enjoy myself. I've got a fantastic life. My family want for now, and I'm making money playing darts. So I'm going to go up there and enjoy myself.
Have you enjoyed the occasion out there today? And you did really look like you enjoyed it. And you said you started to relax in those last couple of sets. Do you think you can take that sort of attitude onto the quarterfinal? I
hope so. I try and take that attitude on every single game I play, but it's so hard. When the pressure is immense, especially this tournament, the pressure is immense. There's so many eyes on this tournament this year. And I try and relax, and like I did them last, 5-6 legs, that's what I try and do from the start. Doesn't always pan out that way, but listen, everyone thinks I'm going to play Luke next game. If I play Luke next game, no one's expecting me to win. And Luke's a good friend of mine. I'll go in there and enjoy the moment. I think we'll both enjoy the moment. We'll both share that moment together. But I'll go up there, no pressure, underdog. I love being the underdog, and who knows what's going to happen.
Congratulations, Nathan. Was that the weirdest match you've ever played in?
It was up there. It was odd. It was obviously I didn't expect him to get booed like he did at the walk-on, because I know there's a massive German contingent that come to Ali Pali, and apparently if it was yesterday it could have been the other way around. Apparently there's a lot of German fans here yesterday, so thank God we played today. But nah, it was odd. He just couldn't hit anything, could he? You know what I mean? I'm waiting for him to kick in, and then after 2 sets when he didn't kick in, I then relaxed, thinking, he would have kicked in by now. But yeah, it was an odd game, but listen, I don't care. I'm sat talking to you. I dropped 1 set in 12, and I'm in the quarterfinals.
One of the attributes of this tournament has been sort of a lot of scraps. It's digging in, people having to get through matches, quite difficult ones, and coming from behind. Seeing as you're the biggest street fighter on the tour, is this ready-made for you?
Hopefully, yeah. I touched on it before. The pressure on this tournament is immense. I think this is probably the most pressured tournament in the history of darts, and I think that's why you're seeing not many big, high-numbered performances. You look at the game. For me, there's been 2 games: the Joe Cullen Gavin Price game that I've watched, and the Jave Chisholm Ricky Evans. them two were scraps, and I'd have loved to be involved in that, you know what I mean? And it just means so much, people, the doors, you know, we're not stupid. Egwell wants to be part of the darts at the moment, you know, sponsorship and stuff like that. So I just think we all know lives of us, and we've got fantastic opportunities to, end of the day, we're all here to make money, to make decent money. And, you know, I think dart players, we're only human, we are putting too much pressure on ourselves. I think the quarter-finalists now, I think you'll see some good performances. I think we're all relaxed now. We made the quarters, we've got past New Year's. I think you'll see the best of us now.
Nathan, you've talked about the people that you've beat on the way to the quarterfinals, but are you surprised about how little resistance you've faced reaching this stage so far?
Yeah, but I'm happy about it. You know what I mean? I do like a scrap, but sometimes it is nice. Like, my mum's probably sat at home so happy because normally I put my whole family through the ringer. You know, I could be 5-0 up, then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, we're in a scrap, because that's kind of what I do. So it is nice to actually walk off the stage, the last two games, winning 4-0, 4-0, not having to really come out of second gear and win and sit here and talk to you guys. But yeah, listen, it's going to be different next game. Well, I said that last game. You know, hopefully Luke has a mare as well, or Ryan. But yeah, it is different. But you know, when them opportunities come, you got to grab them with both hands and put them to bed.
It weren't too long ago that we saw you lift the world match play. Where do you think your game is now compared to, 18 months ago when you won that?
Mentally, I'm better. I think my problem that I've had, as you all know, is nearly there. Still a little bit in my game, but it's nearly there. I just need some confidence. That's all it is. You know, since I come back from my injury, I've been absolutely rubbish on the Pro Tour, rubbish on the Euro Tour, rubbish in TV events. I'm just waiting for a run, and that's, you know, I think you speak to any current dart player, any ex-dart player, you just need, we always say one day. Just give me one day. You make a final of a Pro Tour, the confidence, that'll spur you on for the next 2 years. You know what I mean? And I'm waiting for that moment, and, you know, for me, it's come at the biggest tournament of the year, and, you know, hopefully it continues.
Great, thank you, Nathan.
You said in your TV interview that you felt like you couldn't afford to lose a leg even when you're on the brink of victory. If you can't relax in that situation, can you never relax?
All I meant by that comment was that's credit to my opponent, not myself. That's not a negative to myself. That's a positive to my opponent. I know how, especially set play. If he wins that next leg, he goes 2-all. He wins that set. He's walking off that break with a bit of confidence. That's what I meant by that. Not I'm putting myself under pressure. That comment was more about his ability as opposed to my negative.
Yeah. The crowd you mentioned. Does this mean you'd never want it to leave here? This atmosphere is like none other.
He can't leave here. He needs to go in the other hole. But nah, he can't. You know, darts is how they play. You know, I'm not going to say when I was a kid I picked a dart up. I was a late bloomer, shall we say. I didn't pick a dart up till I was 16. But everything, I used to watch Lakeside and obviously Ali Pally. Why would you move that? That atmosphere was electric. Whether you can fit another 5, 6, 7,000 people in, you don't need more people. That was unbelievable. So now for me, it stays there.
Yeah. You also mentioned the keyboard warriors, but 99.9% of fans love what you do out there and how you entertain them. Do you like to draw? Do you feel you should draw on all them rather than the 2 or 3?
Yeah, but you log onto my social media for a day, mate, and then you'll change that question.
Really?
Yeah, I might have to talk about that. Yeah.
And so just one last one. There's obviously a lot of great entertainers in darts, but maybe that haven't achieved what you have because maybe they just like that competitive, maybe seriousness. How hard is it to juggle the two, like being an entertainer and winning?
It's tough. It's tough. I always say it. You know, we are sportsmen, but I class myself as an entertainer as well, and I think that's why I've got a fan base. You know, people. You look out there. There's a lot of people with my dart shirts on. You know, some other players that people might think are better than me. None of them shirts out there, and that's because you know, they pay the money. They want to see a show, and I go up there and I put a show on. But also, I'm very good at switching, very quickly. Apart from the other night when I missed the board. But generally speaking, you know, I do my walk on. I have things in place where I'll do my walk on and get involved with the crowd, and all of a sudden, bang, switch, game mode. And it's very tough to do. You know, sometimes it is hard. A lot of the times, the first leg or two, I do struggle with, because the atmosphere is that electric. I am shaking, but yeah, generally speaking, I have it under control. And listen, I'd rather be a popular dart player than an unpopular dart player. So yeah, I love it.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Nathan, huge well done. Maybe can you say about your walk-on song, how important is it for you as a darts player? Because we already heard some wrong tunes during the walk-ons from, I think it was Ryan Joyce going through to the stage with Ryan Meikle's walk-on song and Romeo Gribavats with Barney's walk-on tune.
Yeah, it's massive. You know, it makes you as a dart player. You know, for the last few months, me and Martin, the manager, we're trying to sort Dobies out because it's absolutely pants. We're trying to find something like, even Madonna's better. But yeah, having a walk-on song, it gives you character. You know, you're in a pub, you're in a club, Mr. Brightside comes on, everyone, Nathan's walk-on. The amount of videos I get on social media, people out on a night out sending me, hey, up the Aspinall, all that. It's amazing, you know what I mean? And I say it gives you character, it helps me. I feel like I'm ready to go to work. And yeah, when I'm on that stage, you got 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 people singing it back. It's amazing. So yeah, it helps. And you know, straight away you got the crowd in the palm of your hands, and they're on your side. And yeah, it helps massively.
And Ricardo liked it as well. He said, he mentioned, and we already saw it. Have you some more words on him? It was a poor performance, but maybe you can give him some advice how to deal better with such situations. You mentioned the odd game against him at the Grand Slam 2 days before.
Yeah, I spoke to him after the game. You know, before the game started, we spoke quite a bit. I probably spoke to him today more than I've spoke to him in my whole career. And he is a nice kid, you know what I mean? He's, but he needs to learn from today. You know, it happened at the Grand Slam. That's what my comment meant. Is he acted very strange because he got booed 2 days prior off the fountain. What you've got to remember is the fans that were there 2 days prior booing him against Bo Greaves aren't in that venue that night. So it's a clean slate. And granted, it was hostile out there for him today, but he's got to learn from that. You know, he's not. We play in Germany. You know, if I play Ricardo in Germany, I'm getting that same thing. But once you've experienced it once or twice, you get used to it. He'll learn from that. He'll come back stronger. He's a fantastic dart player, and I wish him all the best.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.